Hey everyone, this is Trip from tripadvice.com, and today I'm going to tell you what to talk about on a first date. What do you talk about on a first date? How can you convey your awesomeness through conversation? Here's the big rule about first dates. Everything surrounding the date, especially conversation, needs to be fun, happy, and sexy. Remember this number one rule. We will come back to this. But first, let's start off the list of stuff that you shouldn't talk about on a first date. Number one, do not talk about your ex-girlfriend, your past breakups, or your divorce. This is not the time nor the place. Remember our big rule? There's nothing fun about breakups. It didn't work out with the last one, which sucks, but those aren't the first things you should be talking about with the girl you just met. Keep the ex conversations to a minimum until you've had at least a few more dates. Number two, politics and religion. Do your best to stay away from sensitive topics. This breaks the big rule. In general, there's nothing sexy about politics or religion. There is an exception. If politics or religion define who you are, maybe it's your job or maybe you're a religious person, then fine. I understand. You may be screening for someone who has similar interests. But if none of that describes you, then stay away. Number three, don't talk about your problems. Listen, we all have issues and nobody is perfect, but a first date is not the time to discuss those. Back to the big rule. Keep things happy. If you start talking about how you're stressed out at work or your mom is always nagging you, then you're going to be labeled as a complainer. Your stress is going to make her stressed. And now you're making a bad impression. Okay, enough about what you shouldn't be talking about. Let me tell you what you should talk about on a first date. Here's a quick list. Passions, hobbies, and interests. What does she do for fun? What is she interested in? What are you interested in? What's your favorite music and movies? Family background. Ask her about her brothers and sisters, where she grew up, and what it was like. Your careers. What do you both do for a living? The date itself. How's the food? Any good people watching? What's going on around you that you can comment on? Interesting things you've done over the year. Have you traveled anywhere cool lately? Been to any fun concerts? Have any funny or weird stories to share? If you haven't seen a pattern yet, then let me help you out. The more you've done with your life and the more you have going for you will make an easier first date because you'll have interesting things to talk about. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you have interesting stories or questions that you guys ask on a first date. I want to hear them. And I have a free gift for you. If you haven't already downloaded my free ebook, 10 Simple and Unknown Dating Tips to Increase Attraction, then you're missing out. Because on page 22, I lay out a sample perfect first date that you guys can use. Go to tripadvice.com. You can actually click right here and it will take you to the download page where you can get your free ebook. Don't forget page 22. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put out videos every single week for you guys to get the girl. I'll see you next time. I am tired today. Number three, any good people watching? What's going on around you?